Peace and greetings. This is your girl Naya from the Metaphysical Mommy, and this is going to be an unboxing and flip through of the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. So, for whatever reason, this year, I saw this deck. Now, I know this deck has been out for a while, and I think it came out maybe in 2004, possibly. I could be wrong. Again, this is not a full-fledged review. This is just kind of a flip through and first impressions. But the reason why I picked this deck up is because it just kept calling to me. It's not typically something that I would be drawn to. Not on a typical day, but it was just something very alluring about it, and I kept putting it in my cart, and I kept putting it in my virtual cart, and then taking it out and saving it for later and putting it in there, and then I kept seeing it like almost like a message, like you need to use this deck. So I went ahead and picked it up, and I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. So I do love the box that it comes in. It's nice and sturdy. So I do love that. This is by US Game Systems, and or published by US Game Systems rather, excuse me. And we're gonna go ahead and try and get in here without breaking the box with my scissors, because I am pretty rough when it comes down to it. Okay, here we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. So excited. I love acquiring new decks, and having that feeling that I'm going to really enjoy it. So on the back, it was just like a little paper that came on there. So here's what the front of the, or if that, this is probably the front, that was the back. And then on the side here, we have that. And then the other side has, what does this say here? A stunning compilation of tarot collages from artwork of the late Middle Ages and early Renaissance. The poignant images evoke a feeling of gentle beauty and human frailty while remaining true to the tradition of the Rider-Waite symbolism. So I think that that's a lovely description, that they just basically break it down, and then that's what the top looks like. So the top comes off like this. And it comes with a relatively chunky little white book. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. Look at how thick that is compared to the Healing Tarot book. It's just, I'm one of those people who do read these little books, so that's the difference there in size. And this whole thing is in English. Doesn't look like there's any other languages in here. This little book is 199 or 198 pages with the author about the author at the end. So it talks about the sources of the artwork. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to do this backwards. Let's see, source artwork, digital collage, some tarot spreads, of course, the interpretations for the major and minor arcana, and it breaks it down into swords, wands, cups, and coins, and then some appendixes, bibliography, and about the author at the end. So I think that that's lovely. It is all in black and gray. There's little mini reproductions of the cards in the book. And this is really great. This is really great. I think maybe I'm drawn to this because the fact that it was taken from Renaissance and Middle Age artwork. And I have been getting onto a kick where I've been, into art. Well, I've always been into art, but really kind of exploring that a little bit further now that I have some time to myself. So maybe this could be partially why I've been drawn to working with this deck. So it does come in a shrink wrap, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that off of there. Okay, so As you can see here, the cards are gilded in gold, which is lovely, lovely. I love that. It always makes it feel more fancy to use. I really love when the edges are done in some kind of color. I feel like it really just adds to the completion and the overall feel of the deck. Here are the backs. They are beautiful. They're nice and simple, and they're nice and simple. So they're reversible as well. And then, of course, there's a couple of title cards here. So I'll just bring that in closer. So there's the title card. There's a information card. And then it jumps right in to the Fool. Or into the majors. So, well, before I get into that really quickly, I just want to compare the size to the Centennial Rider-Waite. So they are a little bit thicker and a little bit taller. Not by very much though than the Centennial Weight. So I think that they'll be manageable. I don't know if my hands are small or if they're normal size. I know that sounds weird, but I could definitely work with these. They're not super ginormous. Okay, now to the cards. So here's the Fool. And as you can see, they are pretty glossy. They're not matte at all, but that's okay. So there's the Fool. The Magician. The High Priestess. The Empress. The Emperor. I'm not sure how I feel about this Emperor card. I don't really feel like I'm getting that authoritative kind of vibe from this Emperor. I may need to explore this a little bit more within myself. Not sure. Of course, I would have to read the book too and do a full-fledged review. But as of this moment, for whatever reason, I'm not really getting the authority or the rule and the reign of the Emperor in this card. He just kind of looks like a teenage kid who has a basement apartment, and he has weird pets, and he's kind of just like, he has a little wand, like, okay, mom, bring me whatever I want. But that seems to be lack of regulation and structure, I guess. Okay, interesting impression on that. Here's the Hierophant. Again, maybe that Emperor card, it could have to do with the artwork itself and what was pieced together. That would give me the information that I need to see what that rule and reign is about there. So okay, so there is a US Games copyright on the side here on the bottom. I don't know if you can really see that. It's a little bit annoying because I just noticed it just now, but because the borders are kind of like this golden sandy color, it's not as noticeable than if it was like on a white one. So if that bothers you, that you may want to trim them or something, but then you'll trim off the gilding, so that to each his own. So here are the Lovers. I think that's really pretty. The Chariot. The Chariot is interesting. I think this deck, I think I'm going to learn a lot with this deck. Here's Strength. I really like this picture of strength, or depiction of strength, rather. she has this face on her, this expression on her face where she's just like, you can bring anybody you want to try and take me down. It's not going to happen because I can overcome you. I have that knowledge. I have that strength within myself. Love that. Okay. Here we have the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is one of my kind of cards that I resonate with a lot. And, well, it is my, anyways, I am obsessed with the number 9 and things in the multiples of threes. It's just been a pattern within my life that I've seen. The number 9 is very important to me. And so is the Hermit card. This one seems to be pretty standard. Kind of, the old man with the lantern by himself. This Hermit, though, kind of reminds me of the San Lazaro statues that you see, because he has these animals kind of around him, which is, there's a whole lore behind that, but yeah, that's what it's reminding me of. And for me, that brings me comfort because that was something that I kind of grew up with in my life. So that's really wonderful. Okay, here's the Wheel of Fortune. It's an interesting depiction. Justice. The Hanged Man. Death. So this one quite seems like literal death, like somebody's on their deathbed. It's really beautiful though, the way that it's depicted. Really, really, I can't find the words that I want to use to describe this deck at this moment, but it is very, I'll find the word soon. Temperance is nice. I really like this double card. There is definitely a traditional symbolism in this, even going back down to the Marseille with the belly of the beast on there. I really love the way that she put this together. If this is a collage, it is so seamless. It has definitely become an artwork all its own. It's the Tower and the Star. It doesn't look like this is not half-ass put together. Oh, I love this Moon card. Oh my God. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I'm really resonating with this deck way more than I originally anticipated. And I love that when that happens. Because there's sometimes you'll see a deck and you'll get it and it's not what you expected it to be, in a bad way, like you don't resonate with it. But I'm resonating with this. Maybe some cards I might have to work through, but I love what she did with this. It's completely ingenious. It's great. And again, I still can't find the words to put to it. How I want to describe this deck, but I really do enjoy it. Judgment. Or so far I'm enjoying it. And then the World. All right, so those are all the majors. I'm going to go ahead and move that to the side. Guys, what do you do with these extra title cards and stuff like that? Do you use them as bookmarks? What do you do with them? I know you guys are very, very creative and stuff. All right, so some of the cards are kind of sticking together because of the gilding. Can you see me trying to separate them? So You bend them a little bit. Let's see. I don't want them to break or hurt. I've had decks where that's been really difficult. No, they seem okay. They seem to come apart relatively easy, so that's good. Okay. Oh, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and separate these. So here's the Ace of Wands. Oh, this reminds me of. Okay, so this deck so far is hitting me on a very spiritual level. I was raised Catholic, and I currently identify with myself as being a spiritualist. I guess a spiritista would be correct, and an eclectic spiritista. You know, that's just kind of where I sit with it for now, just in case you guys are kind of curious. But this is reminding me of the spirit. Yeah, this Ace of Wands is this one doesn't seem so friendly. I'll just put it that way. It's almost like they're in perdition or so, or in purgatory, even though they're a divine element. I'm getting a very interesting vibe from this one. I'm enjoying it, but it goes very deep for me. And I definitely need to, I must journal with this deck at all. I must journal with this deck for sure, for sure. Two of Wands, Three of Wands, Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Wands, Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. This is definitely Rider-Waite based. I can definitely feel, you know, see the symbolism of Rider-Waite, which I'm very, very familiar with. Here's the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very beautiful, and that is, I believe, who she has. Yep, she has that on the front of her of the box there, the deck box. And then the King of Wands. Then we'll go for the cups. Here's the Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, I feel maybe some kind of way because they're not facing each other. So this makes me this can teeter totter for me in that they can either be supporting each other by walking with each other, going in the same direction, supporting each other in that way, or they can kind of be, not really exchanging. They're not facing each other, not exchanging with each other the way that they could be or should be. So I think the context of the reading would definitely make this card speak in very many different ways. The Three of Cups is pretty... it's interesting to see more than three figures, but I do like the contextual... that the context that this could bring. And we have the Four of Cups. I really love that there's a little kind of angel handing the fourth cup or the first cup to to the figure who seems to be kind of like ignoring it. Here we have the Five of Cups. I actually like this Five of Cups. It's good. It's really good. Six of Cups. Seven of Cups. This is an interesting depiction too. Eight of Cups. Uh-oh. I forgot which way I was twisting them. There we go. Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is, there's this kind of spiritual fulfillment there. And I really love that the figure and the child both have the, I know there's another word for it, but the halos over their head, as in a spiritual fulfillment, which is typically what I get with the Nine of Cups, is there's this sense of spiritual fulfillment and awareness. I like that. The Ten of Cups. That's really nice. So then we have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups. And now we're on to the swords. Here is the Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords. The Three of Swords. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. The Eight of Swords is interesting. Very interesting, the Eight of Swords. Because it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, it's almost like this figure has almost like that's not hair. It's like a nun's, is it called like a hobbit? Not a hobbit. Or is it, anyways, that headdress that the nuns wear on their heads, but like, it's almost like, is it like this a nun with her eyes covered? And if so, what does that stand for in a secular kind of meaning? Like in a secular kind of way, like the emotive feeling that I get from it is really strange, and I have no words to describe what that's making me feel like right now. On a secular to spiritual level, but it's very powerful, and that's really all that matters. Very good. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Okay. And now we're on to the home stretch, the coins. So this would be the Pentacle suit in a Rider-Waite deck. She changed the name to coins. So we have the Ace of Coins, the Two of Coins, the 3 of coins, the 4 of coins, the 5 of coins. So the 5 of coins here I find kind of interesting because it seems to me that in this particular depiction of the 5 of coins, they are inside of, the church or the temple, or holy place, structure that anybody would find themselves in, and they look kind of worn out, but there's light coming in from the outside of the church, which is kind of like wearing your shirt inside out when you're reading this card, definition wise, and that really puts perspective on that for me. It's almost like lack of spiritual attainment, fulfillment, or maybe lack of spiritual practice, or something of that sort. Oh, that's really evoking a lot out of me right now. I really like that depiction of the 5 of swords. I'm sorry, coins. It's really interesting. Okay, here's the 6 of coins, 7 of coins. I like that. 8 of coins, 9 of coins, 10 of coins, and then we have the Page of coins, Knight of coins, Queen of coins, and the King of coins. Okay, this deck is extremely beautiful. Okay, I definitely resonate with it way more than I expected to. Way more than I expected to. And I have to say, overall, it's a very warm feeling deck. Obviously, it is the Golden Tarot, but that golden effect, it's very warm, and it's kind of comforting. It's unique, but it's very rich with detail, but it's not crowded. Some of these images really did hit me on a religious perspective, like what I grew up with religiously, or what I've witnessed, experienced within my life, and how some of those things were manifest in my life. So that for me touch base, or touch home for me quite a lot. I'm really impressed. The card stock on this is it feels kind of thin, actually. Kind of on the flimsier side. It's not super thick, but I don't think it's completely trashy either. Like, I think they'll last a while. Again, they are glossy, so I feel like they will just last a little bit longer. But this is a really well done deck. I am at a loss for words because it's hit me in such a place that I cannot find the words for it. Surprisingly, usually I have some kind of wording for it, and I just keep trying to describe it, but it's like it has this kind of beautiful crone energy, almost like a godmother crone energy where there's wisdom, but there's love there, and there's a lot of layers to be broken down, kind of like from this secular to the spiritual, or the spiritual to the secular. It's really beautiful. So these are my first impressions of the Golden Tarot by Cat Black, published by US Game Systems. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, much love, many blessings, peace.